Battleborn had what you could call a catastrophic launch with server issues. The game was crashing multiple times and people were struggling to even play the game in the first place. When you managed to actually get into the game though, the visuals and the characters were fun, and it did have an interesting co-op campaign that was heavily Borderlands influenced since Gearbox Software is the mastermind behind those two games. And the future DLC that came out, I didn't actually get the chance to play it myself, but from what I read was actually extremely fun and redeeming for the game. But again, just like how I mentioned earlier, everybody was focused on the multiplayer competitive aspect of the game. So all that fancy extra stuff that came afterwards was unfortunately just glossed over. And the worst part of it all is that the game was good, but it wasn't great. And during a time in gaming where everything that was coming out was just absolute bangers, you know, if your game isn't perfectly polished from the get-go, unfortunately it just gets forgotten. The people just didn't have reasons to stick around in Battleborn, because everyone was just moving on to Overwatch, and the player base unfortunately didn't even last a month.